How can we take 5 minutes of our day to make a difference in our community?
When you're out in the community, take that moment to connect with somebody, smile, give them a compliment. The second thing I recommend you do is to write your political representatives. Don't just write to them about the things you don't like. Tell them when they're doing things that you do like. And finally, mentor. Be a sounding board for somebody. Take that minute to write the introductory email for somebody and open the door for them.
Okay, hello friends. Thank you so much for being here today at the Life Research Institute, an institute that promotes healthy living and healthy aging across the lifespan. I'm very, very honored to be joined today by Jesse Cressman-Dickinson, who is an expert in community engagement and communication. In fact, she's currently the Director of Communication and Community Engagement at Bruyere Health. And she's also a board member at Impact Ottawa. Your journey started a little while ago with Shopify, City of Ottawa, Bruyere Health. Can you please take us through your journey and tell us how this has shaped you and impacted your well-being?
Following my master's, I got a job on the Hill, working for a member of parliament, managing their global health file. And it was the most incredible experience to see how the coming together of people around an idea or initiative can really move it forward. And so that's kind of one thread that has followed me through my many different careers over the years. I co-founded a micro-granting organization in Ottawa where we gave $1,000 grants to ideas for social and environmental change within the city. Then found my way to Impact Hub Ottawa, where I was their community manager. And as you mentioned, I'm now on the board today. And then I found my way to City of Ottawa. That was an incredible job. The impact that you can have working with the community at the municipal level is the most rewarding. You see these things. You're making changes within your work life that you then see in the city the next day. It's an incredibly rewarding place to work. And then I found my way to Shopify as their community development manager, and in my current role at Bruyere Health today, I'm managing communications and community engagement.
Engaging in within the community is one type of challenge, but you've been on the other side of things. Can you please share some of those challenges that you've experienced, so attracting people to participate and keeping them also?
The challenge often comes in the fact that the people we're engaging don't often have the full context to be able to engage meaningfully, and we don't take the time to set the context and share the information. Another challenge is in the follow-up. We ask a lot of people. We ask their time, we ask their participation, we ask their ideas, but we don't follow up and let them know how their engagement and their ideas and their time made an impact. The way that I try to get around these two common barriers that I find are following a process of inform, engage, follow up with every single interaction. It can be things like informing people on how to get to the venue, ensuring that they know where the accessible entrance is. It's making sure they have the information in an accessible way.
Can you give us an example that you saw, that you experienced, where community involvement had a huge positive effect?
I think we saw this with Just Change Ottawa. That was a micro-granting organization. So every couple of months, we'd give $1,000 to a local idea for change, for positive change. And it wasn't the $1,000 that made that big a difference. It was the 12 people from the board that then came and wrapped themselves around this idea and offered support for the idea. It was the public event that we hosted that invited the community to come in and hear about the idea. That is where the strength lies.
This era where we're always running around and finding it so hard to have time, even for ourselves. We should still find time to engage within the community. How can we do it in a meaningful way when time is so limited?
The first thing I would suggest is find a way to make it your job. Find a way to make having that impact your job or part of your job. Is there a committee you can join within your work that would give you more than 5 minutes a day to do it? Is there a job in the nonprofit or public sector where we traditionally see the ability to make an impact and engage our communities? If you do have 5 minutes, I would encourage people to take that moment to be present, to be kind. Smile at people as you walk in the hallway, offer a compliment. You never know what impact that's going to have on someone's day and their sense of belonging. Take that 5 minutes to tell their political representatives the ideas that they support, right? So rather than criticizing, tell them what they're doing that you think is right. And finally, mentor. You can be the one to open a door to somebody by taking 5 minutes to write an introduction, or offering some input on how to find funding, or even just being a sounding board for an idea.
Technology has taken over our lives. We're always connected online. Can that benefit community engagement, or is that more of a challenge to community engagement?
We have to recognize that it both crushes barriers and also adds barriers. For example, in my work at Bruyere Health, throughout the campaign, we launched system after system after system to allow people to do things like book vaccine appointments, for example. Every question we added to that online tool is a potential barrier. Having to put in your health card number, having to put in information that you might not have readily on hand.
Or feel comfortable
sharing in an online format, exactly. Or having it not in a language could make someone walk away. Another example is, of a way where it works is can allow some people to participate. The number of online community engagements I've participated in while my kids are in the bath, because most things happen between 6 and 7 o'clock at night. I wouldn't have gotten to hear those stories. I wouldn't have gotten to participate if there wasn't that online component. Knowing the audience is so important and what you want to get out of them and what barriers they might be experiencing. That's the first thing that we need to consider when we are deciding whether or not to adopt a technology.
I'm just so inspired by this, and I hope that this will encourage you to get involved within your community. Thank you for being with us today, Jesse. Friends, if you liked this video, if you found it inspiring, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe so that you can be notified every time that we post a new capsule. Thank you.